So good morning. Today, 31st January 1998. Today we're going to discuss about Kama Vajara Sobhana Citta. This is the wholesome consciousness. Right? Here, Kama Vajara, we have to understand that the meaning of this Kama and Avajara and Sobhana briefly. Here's Kama Vajara, we have two terms, two words, Kama and Avajara. According to etymology, we have two terms, right? Kama and Avajara. Here, Kama is meant here subjective sensual craving. Or sensuous objects. Sensuous objects, you already know that, right? Such as forms, sound, odors, taste, and contact. This means Kama. And also, the 11 sentient existence also we call Kama too here. Here, so briefly, I would like to note that what is the 11 sentient existence? The 4 states of mystery. The 4 states of mystery, that's the woeful state, right? Maybe you already know that the 4 states of mystery is mean hell, animal kingdom, and ghost sphere, and host of demon. These 4 kind of play existence we call 4 states of mystery, the woeful state. And human realm, this is our human realm. And the 6 celestial realms. In heaven we have 7, we have 6, right? Because 6 celestial realms. Altogether, 11, right? 11. Just the 4 states of mystery, human realm, and the 6 celestial realm. This 11 existent, 11 state, 11 just realms we call sentient or sentient existence. This Kama is mean this 11 sentient existence too. That's the meaning of Kama. Now we go to Avajara. Avajara. Avajara here is mean moves about. Now frequently move about. Because Avajara. Therefore, Kama Vajara, there's 2 words, combined together as Kama Vajara. It means which mostly moves about or roam in the 11 sensuous realms of the sense sphere. We call Kama Vajara. Here, this we have the Kamauchara, this is Kusala Chitta A, Vipaka Chitta A, Kiriya Chitta A, 24s. This all these 24 type of consciousness, this mostly moves about in the sensual realm. That's why we call Kamauchara. That we understand is mostly, right? Mostly. And also we can find all this consciousness in other sphere of life as well. When the object of sense are perceived by the mind, like that's the form sphere, Brahma. For them, all this Kamachara Kusala Chitta, this wholesome consciousness can arise. But mostly, it just moves about in the sensuous realm. That's why we call Kamachara. And Sobhana here. Sobhana is mean beautiful. Beautiful. That's beautiful is mean all this consciousness, this beautiful, wholesome consciousness, they yield good qualities. And they are connected with the blameless roots. The blameless roots, you already know that, right? We have 6 roots. 3 roots is the bad root, The 3 root is the good root. The good root we call blameless roots. It's opposite the bad root. Bad root we have attachment, evil, delusion, or ignorance. It's the blameless root in Bali they call, we will see later, Aloba. Aloba is non-attachment, right? Or generosity. And Dosa is mean loving kindness. Now loving kindness. And Moha is mean knowledge. So this consciousness is connected with the blameless roots such as generosity, loving kindness, and knowledge. That's why we call Sobhana. Chitta is mean mind or consciousness. You already know that. When we study like this word by word, it's not hard, to understand. Very easy, word by word. It's Pali language. So we learn everything. It's not only the Abhidhamma, the Buddhist philosophy, we learn the culture, we learn the Pali, we learn everything. So now all of you already know about Kamavachara, Sobhana Chitta, what it means. Here we'll study one by one. There's no translation here because we already saw, the previous lecture. Manasa Sahagata, what's mean? Accompanied by pleasure. Yeah. Jnana Sambayutta, associated with knowledge. Right? Asankharika, unprompted. You see, you already know that, right? Number 2 is the Somanasa Sahagata, accompanied by pleasure. Jnana Sambayutta, associated with knowledge. Sa Sankharika, prompted. Number 3, Somanasa Sahagata. This consciousness accompanied by pleasure. Jnana Vipayutta, unassociated with knowledge. Unassociated with knowledge. Asankharika is unprompted. Number 4, Somanasa Sahagata. This consciousness accompanied by pleasure. Jnana Vipayutta, unassociated with knowledge. Sa Sankharika, prompted. This the 1, 2, 3, 4 is the accompanied by pleasure, somanasa. The remains the 5, 6, 7, 8 is the ubekha, all the same with the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So number 5, ubekha sahagata. This consciousness accompanied by indifference. Jnana sambayutta, associated with knowledge. Asankharika, unprompted. Number 6, ubekha sahagata. This consciousness accompanied by indifference. Jnana sambayutta, associated with knowledge. Sa Sankharika, prompted. Number 7, ubekha sahagata. Accompanied by indifference, jnana vipayutta, unassociated with knowledge. Asankharika, unprompted. Number 8, ubekha sahagata. Accompanied by indifference, jnana vipayutta. This associated with knowledge, right? Sa Sankharika, prompted. So when you already know about Lobha Mula Citta, this one just a substitute, Ditti to Jnana, all the same. For the name is very easy. But for example, we have take many examples here to be understand. Because this is very important for us. All the good acts are done by just one of those 8 beautiful, wholesome consciousness. Whatever you do, the good action, the good thing, is done by this one kind of 8 consciousness. Now we go for example. Example. The somanasa sahagata jnana sambayutta asankharika. It's easy to remember, so because with pleasure, with knowledge, unprompted. This is characteristic. If you have 3. You realize sometimes we travel as other state, and some you go to the airport. I saw many times. At the airport, someone's come in front of you for donation. You saw that, right? For donation, for poor disability, for veteran, or for monastery, or for the church. So to come for donation, and then When it's donation, you don't think about anything, you don't understand about anything. You don't, maybe either you don't believe about the law of, cause and effect. If donations come in front of you, you just take your money, go away. At the time, at that moment, what you are free, how is your feeling? If you feel happy, you make donation, what do you call? Somanasa Sagata, commonly by pleasure. Do you understand what you are doing? Or do you believe the law of cause and effect? If you believe that, jnana sambayutta, this consciousness associated with knowledge. If you don't, it's jnana vipayutta, and associated with knowledge. So, asankarika, no one's to force you, induce you to do that, you do it right away. It puts donation right away. This is the first kind of consciousness. This wholesome consciousness. You feel happy what you are doing, and you understand just, you have to, help the people, even the 1 cent in 1 quarter, $1. So this is supposed to make donation. So he puts your donation as jnana sambayutta. Your thought, your thing is right. If right, it's a jnana sambayutta. This associated with this knowledge. Asankarika, it's no one's to, induce you. It's many times. Just donation, you just do it right away. This is one kind of consciousness. And number 2, somanasa sagata jnana sambayutta sa sankarika. This with pleasure or with knowledge prompted. You are very happy you like to do donation. And you understand what you are doing is good or not good, supposed to do or not, right or wrong, good or bad. You believe the karma, the cause of this karma, the effect of karma. You understand that, you know that. And jnana sambayutta, with knowledge. But sa sankarika, and when it's the donation, collect donation in front of you, just think about it. 1 round, they just pass in front of you. You don't pay attention for that. Just think, should give my money, my donation right now? I will not have so much. Just think many times, and anyhow, I should put $1, and then later on you put $1. This you induce yourself, induce yourself. This was sa sankarika, is the prompted. Or maybe that person who collect donation just go around you many rounds, many times, Just, if I don't give him, maybe he should not go away. So I have to give him, let him go away, and then I can study my book. And then put your donation. And it's the prompted by someone, by this person's action, behavior, you have to put your donation. This means that's external inducement. Maybe in that inducement, you put your money, put your donation. It's the 2 kind of the wholesome consciousness, right? Just with pleasure, but you feel very happy when you do that your donation, and with pleasure, with knowledge, but prompted. Number 3, that's the somanasa sakata. Like someone, maybe you see, or when the people come to this monastery, they bring their kid to the temple. And when their kid come here, they pay respect to the Buddha statue, pay respect to the monk or pay respect to the elder people. But they're very happy, the kid, right? They're very happy. Because they're happy because with pleasure, somanasa sakata. Do they know about the law of cause and effect? No. The kid don't understand. No, don't understand. This is called jnana vipayuta, unassociated with knowledge. But they feel happy. And then some, because they used to, when they come to the temple, when they see the monk, they just sit down and bow 3 times to the monk, to the Buddha. No one forced them, no one induced them. Asankharika, unprompted. You see, this kid, at that time, it's their mind, is the wholesome consciousness rise. With pleasure, but without knowledge, unprompted. No. Number 4, somanasa sakata, with pleasure, jnana vipayuta, unassociated with knowledge, sa sankharika, prompted. They don't want to do, the kid, they were happy to come to temple, they didn't want to pay respect to the monk. And then their parents, the other people, just hold their hand, you pay, bow 3 times, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, something like that, or force them, induce them to do that. We call prompted. So that kid very happy, you see their face, they're very happy. So somanasa sakata, with pleasure, but with the understanding, anything, because the jnana vipayuta, as prompted by, instructed by elder person, people, their parents. So even their minds, this wholesome consciousness, beautiful wholesome consciousness, but different level, different, power, as you see here, different, right? Maybe pleasure, maybe it's the neutral feeling, or maybe understanding, maybe they don't understand. With the understanding, are prompted, unprompted. This is a small example. You can think that every our daily activities, wholesome or unwholesome, what kind of wholesome consciousness arise. So if you think about examine about yourself, you will know right away. So now we go to number 5, ubekha sahagata. Ubekha sahagata, with the indifference, neutral feeling. It's not so happy about that. And so, example, what kind of example you have to take here?
How about if you go back to the airport example?
Yes.
And the difference between this and number 1 maybe might be that the gatherer asks you for a donation and you know intellectually about the law.
Oh yes, if he knows that, it's right understanding.
You know
yeah.
At the same time that maybe that donation won't help the poor immediately because it has to be filtered through the bureaucracy that's gathering the donation.
Yeah.
You know that maybe someday it might help, so there's no pleasure in the act that you're going to do.
Oh yeah, if no pleasure, it's ubekha sakata. Yeah, right. So when donation, also collects donation, which don't have so much pleasure for that ubekha sakata, with indifference, that's right. And jnana samyutta, the law of cause and effect is good, the good thing or to do with understanding, jnana samyutta. Asankharika, if no one's induced you, you just at once, you just put donation right away. Because maybe you have to do many times, it's not strange for you, just neutral feeling. It's ubekha sakata. And number 6, Ubeka Sagara with indifference, Jnana Sambayutta with understanding, Nasa Sankarika is prompted. Here, when you do your donation, your feeling is the neutral feeling. But with understanding the laws of cause and effect, and maybe you have to think many times to do your donation, and someone, induce you, and then you make donation. This is a sasankarika, with the indifference, with knowledge prompted. Number 7, ubekha sakata, with indifference, jnana vipayutta, without knowledge, asankarika, unprompted. Here, so someone collects the donation, but your feeling is the neutral feeling. With the understanding the law of cause and effect, whatever you do, you don't understand that. You don't believe that. But the unprompted, you just put a donation right away. Some kids, their parents give to their pocket money, $1, $2, come to temple, and they see other people, they put donation in the donation box, and then they just go and put their donation. But their face, you can look at their face, the neutral feeling. It's not happy so much, because the other people, they do that, it's just follow, without understanding. And unprompted, just put it. This is the number 7. Number 8, when the kid come to the temple, supposing come to the temple, and they don't want to do anything, but the parents teach them to pay respect to the monk, and then they pay respect to, but it's not happy, and they are not happy. That's the neutral feeling. Jnana vipayutta, without understand, you don't understand. This is the meritorious deed. It's the good to do. You don't understand it. Jnana vipayutta. Sasankarika is instructed by their mom, their dad, or the elder people. It's a wholesome consciousness too, but the powers, the level, the energy is very low. So depend on our karma, our wholesome consciousness, so we will get the result. It's different. White people are different, different shape, different face, different body, different level, different knowledge, Every difference, who is different, our karma, it's the wholesome karma. Here, as I told you before, all good acts are done by this one of those 8 kind of this consciousness. Whatever we do. Here, the basis of meritorious action, we have 10. We should understand that, Or briefly here. Later on I will explain you detail. Number 1, generosity. Number 2, morality. Number 3 is meditation. This mental development. Number 4, humility or reverence. Number 5, the service. Service we serve, we help people, we help temple, we help, the society, because service, service, good service. It's good service also is one kind of meritorious action, service. And according to Buddhism, after we have done, about meritorious deed, and maybe it's pour water, this we share our merit to someone else, right? That's one kind of meritorious action too. So, number 6, right? Transference of merit. Transference of merit. We transfer our merit to someone else. May all, or what we have done today, may all beings be happy, receive this, my merit may be happy, something like that. Because transference of merit is one kind of meritorious action. Number 7, right? 7, rejoicing in others' merit. When someone do the good thing, maybe do generosity, or maybe they observe precept, maybe they sit meditation, we feel happy about it. Oh, rejoicing in others' merit. We're happy about that. We don't feel any jealousy. This is one kind of meritorious action too. Mostly, when someone's better than us, they can do or what we cannot do, maybe feel jealousy. But just if feel jealousy is unwholesome. If feel happy, rejoice about that, is one kind of meritorious action. Rejoicing in other merit is the number 7. Or number 8, right? Number 8. Hearing the right teaching. Start. Right teaching. Yeah, right teaching. Or hearing right teaching, or learning right teaching, or listening the right teaching. We studying the right teaching. And so, like us, now we study about right teaching. This is one kind of meritorious action. So according to Buddhism, maybe we call it hearing the doctrine, the teaching of the Buddha. Maybe it's not the teaching of the Buddha, it's if the right teaching is the one kind of meritorious action. And teaching the doctrine, is according to Buddhism, because number 9, teaching the doctrine or showing the truth. Even it's not the Buddha's teaching, if showing someone else the truth is the one kind of meritorious deed. And number 10, straightening one's views. Straightening, make our view is right, straightening one's views. This means forming correct views. We try to, forming our correct view. It's the one kind of meritorious deed. Now, we study about Buddhist philosophy. Maybe, this will useful for your life. It will help you to have the right thought. So, yes. I know. It's the Eightnoble Truths is the one thing. Just talking about this morality, tranquility, and wisdom. Here is the basis of the meritorious action. This we gain merit by what? By generosity, by good conduct, morality, by mental development, or by a transfer merit to someone else, by rejoicing in others' merit, by hearing the right teaching, by teaching showing the truth to the people, someone else, just forming the correct view. By all these kind of things is that we get merit. The difference with the noble eightfold path. So now we study about the Abhidhamma, the highest Buddha's teaching. Is here's what number? Number 8, right? Hearing the doctrine or hearing the right teaching. This every moment is a beautiful, wholesome consciousness arise again and again, again and again, for 2 hours for us, right? This wholesome consciousness. For who are showing the truth, teaching this the doctrine also, for me, it's I gains the meritorious too. That's why I'm very happy to do that. And straightening one's view. Because nowadays we have many religions, many philosophers, many leaders. They have their idea, their philosophy. So if we follows someone who has wrong view, we have wrong view. If you have wrong view, all your action should be the wrong action, misconduct, So now we are forming correct action to try to get, from many the various religions, good point, just take that point and use for our life. This is called forming correct view, straightening one view. This is one kind of meritorious action. Here, even you have number 4, because humility or reverence, we pay respect to who are respectful. That's the Buddha or the Buddha's doctrine or the Buddha disciple or the monk, our parents, our teachers, is one kind of meritorious action. But if we don't understand that, with the understanding, jnana is wholesome, but jnana vipayutta, and associated with knowledge, So that's why we have to learn. We have to learn everything. We have to learn, or with the understanding. I don't want anyone to, to do that. Maybe I used to explain to you about this. Be respect to the person, like the elder people, the teachers, the parents, the monk. Why we have to pay respect to the monk? So, when you come to pay respect to the monk, you'll be happy with pleasure, right? Somanasa sakata. If you understanding why we have to pay respect to the monk, jnana sambayutta. If you don't know, to understand what you are doing, jnana vipayutta. See, instead of number 1, you get number 3. Our merit is the level is low, right? Low. So we should understand why we have to pay respect to the monk. I would like to explain to you. It's not concerned about this Buddha Abhidhamma. This is the Buddhist philosophy, but these are everyday activities, every day when we come to the temple, we used to do that. Why we do that? Why we have to do that? We should understand that. This forming correct view. So we pay respect, like all of you pay respect to me when you live. Why you have pay respect to me?
Because you stand for everything that we like and want to be, or you're our teacher.
Yeah. And even I'm not teacher, I am monk. Because you are not pay respect to my body. You are not pay respect to Ajahn Chaiya. You pay respect to my good conduct, morality, precept. Because I have more precept than you. Or are you just 5, right? For me, 227. So because my precept higher than you, more than you, better than you, and then you pay respect to my morality, good conduct, right? And you pay respect to my, this good conduct is comprised to sila, the one you tell right now, right? It's the noble eightfold path. Because right speech, right action, right livelihood is comprised to the sila conduct, the sila, morality. So you pay respect to my morality, sila. Good speech. For you, according to the situation, maybe you have to lie. Sometimes, you have to. For me, just a right speech. Every day, even I talk, in the morning and the night, whole day long, just a good speech. Just good speech. Just morality, I talk about this the good thing. I don't have to lie. Not necessary to lie for me, So, right action. For you, maybe it's the good, maybe it's not bad, depend. Your environment, about your business, depend on any circumstances. You have to do, even you don't like that, you have to do that. For me, I don't have to do that. It's not necessary to do that. The right action every day, what I do every day. I pray for everyone. I do chanting. I practice walking meditation, sitting meditation. I study. I learn. I write books, something like that. It's all good action. See, good action. Good livelihood for you. You have to do according to your job, your duty. I don't have livelihood, or I depend on all my devotee. If time comes, they come to offer food to me. I don't have to worry about that, So, because I don't need, for you maybe, you have to go to that restaurant, this restaurant is good. I don't think about that, Or about livelihood is for the monk, it's very pure. Just depend on people, what they are bring to us, just eat that. We just only one uniform is enough for us. You don't need to use the color like all of you, many color, many faction, right? So, right speech, right action, right livelihood. So if compare with you, I'm higher than you, the monk higher than you. That's why we pay respect to the monk is their morality. You understand that point, right? And tranquility is the right effort, right? Right mindfulness or right concentration. So right action, we just do the good thing every day, What's the good, the best we can. We just practice every day, just studying, or teaching, or meditating, all the time. just right effort, right mindfulness. Be aware of everyday physical, mental activities, try to awareness, aware of it all the time. So, yeah, mindfulness also is the better than you, more than you. And concentration is also, we have good concentration. Why? We don't have to think about in the past, in the future. You don't have to worry about anything. For you, we have to, tomorrow, what I have to wear, where I have to go, what I have to say. You have to think that necessary for all of you. And then even you sit meditation for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just think about that, and then you can concentrate your mind later. For us, we don't have to worry about anything. So we have good concentration than you. That's why good, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration, these three kind of factors we call comprise to tranquility, samadhi, right? So we have good samadhi, good tranquility more than you. That's why we pay respect to the monk, to their tranquility. And wisdom, the right understanding and right thinking. They have right understanding. Because all of you have a few terms, very few, terms to study, to learn, to practice. For us, we practice for many, many years, now over 30 years already. So we have right understanding because we learn many, many scripture, It's not only the Buddhist scripture, other religion also we study about. So we get right understanding, especially the cause and effect, the law of the cause and effect. We understand, wholesome, unwholesome, good or bad, right or wrong, the right understanding. Right thinking. Right thinking. What do you think? We have three thoughts, three thinking. Some of all of you maybe think about the sense object, sensual object, or what I have to do. Maybe you want to watch the TV. Sensual object, or what I have to do. Maybe you want to watch the TV, or watch movie, or want to see the show. Maybe you want to listen to the song, or maybe you want to, have the good smell, perfume, something like that. Maybe you want to eat the good thing. Maybe you want to wear or good clothes. A good touching, something like that. This is called sensual object. Just thinking about that. But for us, for the monk, we don't have to think about that. We don't have to think about that. No TV, no music, no, song. It's quite different, right? The lay people life and the monkhood, quite different. So we have to think, because you have to go to the body, you have to go to your work. You can just stay like me. This is necessary for you to, you have to, Without beautify your body, your face, you cannot go to work. This is necessary for you, understand that. And then you have to think about that, right? Think about that. So for us, we don't think about this sensual object. We don't think about to someone, or to make someone die, destroy anyone's property, or just think about anyone to suffer. We don't have to think about that. Just the right thinking. Now, right understanding, right thinking, this both of this factor because it's comprised to a wisdom. That's why when we pay respect to the monk, so may I pay respect to your morality. That's one term. Second term, may I pay respect to your tranquility. At third term, may I pay respect to your wisdom. That's why we pay three terms, pay respect to the monk three terms. When you understand like this, jnana sampayutta, this one I want to show you, jnana sampayutta. When you pay respect, you'll be happy because there's good chance for you to pay respect to, who are supposed to be to pay respect to. That's somanas with pleasure, and jnana sampayutta with understanding, unprompted. No one forced, no one induced you, you just do it by yourself. This number one, beautiful, wholesome consciousness arise. See, it's very useful, it's very important for everyone to understand. Just for example, right? For example. And when you pay respect to someone with the understanding, jnana vipayutta. The level is lower than number one. Number two, right? Because no knowledge, no wisdom, no understanding.